So starting with the leaves, we are going to grab our category 4 yarn, make a slip knot, and then we're going to grab our 5mm hook, and we're going to chain 9. Once we have our chain 9, we're going to grab a marker and we're going to put that right in where the chain 9 is, because we're going to chain another 8 on top of it. After we have our chain 8, we're going to chain 1 extra and then go ahead and insert your hook into the second loop from the hook with a single crochet, and then we're going to single crochet down until we put our marker. So we're going to single crochet 8 times. Once we single crochet down our chain of 8, we're going to chain up 1, flip your work, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet and then 2 double, 1, 2, and then we're going to do 2 triple, and then we're going to do 2 double, and then on the very last loop that we have, we're going to do 5 single crochet. And from here, we're going to do the same exact thing that we did on the other side. So we're going to start off with 2 double crochet, two triple, two double, and then a single to finish it off. So we have our 3 leaves. We're going to work on the end leaf now. It's going to be another chain 5. Go ahead and insert your marker. And then we're going to do this very last leaf the same way that we've been doing it. So chain another 8 and go through that sequence. So this is the end piece, and now we're going to be working our way back down. But before we do that, we do have these little chunks of the leaf on the sides that I don't like. How this one comes out more blunt than this side does. So we're just going to blend that in as we go back down. So how we're going to do that is insert our hook into this loop right here. We're going to do that, and then also insert it into the first chain that we have as well to combine the two. And then we're just going to connect it with a single crochet, just like that, and it rounds off the side just a little bit more. And then from here, we're going to single crochet our way down. And then once we get to here, we're going to do 1 more single crochet so that we get to the middle of the leaf so that they all start on the same side. And from here, we're going to do the same thing. So chain out 8. And then go ahead and go through the leaf sequence. So now we're here. We haven't done the very last single crochet on our leaf yet. So what we're going to do, we're going to combine the blunt end of this leaf and the very last single crochet. So we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Go ahead and insert your hook into the blunt end. And then since we don't have a single crochet to do on this side, we're just going to yarn over, pull through both like a slip stitch. Just like that. And then from here, we're going to go into the blunt end on the other leaf. So this is where we're at right now. We're going to insert our hook into the blunt end right here and into the first chain. So we're going to take our hook, go into this end, and also go into the first chain that we have right here. And we're going to single crochet. Just like that. And now both of the leaves are rounded out, and then we're going to single crochet back down and do the same thing for the last 2 leaves. Once when you finish your very last leaf, go ahead and just single crochet down the original chain 9 that we did. So starting off the sweater, we're going to grab our category 3 yarn, make a slip knot. Then we're going to grab our 4mm hook. Then we're going to make a chain that's long enough to fit around our body. And mine is going to be more of a bat wing, so I'm going to make my chain roughly 20.5 inches. Once we have our chain, we're going to block off the last chain that we did with our thumb. chain up 3, prepare for a double crochet, and go ahead and double crochet into that loop that we blocked off, or the 4th loop from the hook. And we're going to be double crocheting all the way down. Once we get all the way down, chain up 3 and double crochet again. And this is going to be a solid block of double crochet, and mine is going to equal to the amount of 12 inches. So I just finished doing my solid block of the sweater. This is going to be the bottom half. Now we're going to work on the top half of the sweater, and it's still going to be all double crochets, but it's going to start to taper in a little bit. So what we're going to do from here is that we're going to chain up 3 like we always do, but on the ends we're going to decrease once here and once here. So how we do that is yarn over, insert our hook into the first loop, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to insert our hook into the next loop, yarn over, pull through, and we're going to pull through 3 of the loops that's on the hook, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2, and that is a decrease. And then we're going to double crochet all the way down until we get to the 3rd to the last loop on this end. Once when you get to the end, we're going to decrease again, so go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook into the first loop, yarn over, pull through, go into the 2nd loop, yarn over, pull through, and we're going to yarn over, pull through 3, and yarn over, pull through the last 2, and then just 1 double crochet after that. And from here, chain up 3, and then we're going to be decreasing in every other row. So we just decreased in the last one, so we're not going to be decreasing in this one. So go ahead and put 1 double crochet into every loop that we have. Next row, go ahead and chain up 3, decrease on both ends, and keep going that way until we have the length that we want for our sweater. So we just finished doing our decrease up to the neckline, and my sweater in total from one end to the next is 21 inches. And from here, you're going to make a second. I already made my second. But from here, we're going to connect the sides. So from these corners all the way down. But we're going to start at the bottom, go all the way up here, and then we're going to do a row of single crochet. But I'll show you how to do that once when we get there. So in order to connect them, it doesn't matter which side. We're going to grab one of these corners, insert our hook into the corner, and into the next corner. From here, we're going to make a slip knot, and we're going to attach it onto the hook. Go ahead and pull it through, chain up 1. And from here, go ahead and put 2 single crochets into each side double crochet that we have, making sure that we're going through both of these panels that we have. Once we single crocheted all the way down, now we're going to separate it. We're not going to be sandwiching them anymore. We're going to single crochet going down one side. And then from here, we're going to go all the way down until we get to this point. Once we made it to the end, then we're going to grab the other end. We're going to insert our hook into this corner, and then we're going to attach it with a slip knot. And from here, we're going to do a row of single crochet down the other side. Once we crocheted all the way down on the other side, we're going to find the first loop that we made over here, and then insert our hook with a slip stitch. Then we're going to do 1 more row, so go ahead and chain up 1 and put 1 single crochet into every loop that we have, coming all the way around, and then slip stitch it together. So I just did 2 rows of single crochet in the armholes, and then the only thing that we have to do left on this side is inserting our hook into the top row where our neck is going to be. Make a slip knot, insert our yarn, and then we're going to pull through both loops to make sure that they're together, and then we're just going to single crochet inwards for about 1.5 inches, cut and tie, and we're going to do this entire thing on the other side as well. Once we're done sewing everything together, we're going to start working on the sleeves. So we're going to grab our same yarn, make a slip knot, grab our hook, and then we're going to make a chain. For me, it's going to come out to 17 inches, but yours could be shorter or longer depending on how long you want your sleeves to be. Once when you have your chain, go ahead and block off the last chain, chain up 3, prepare for a double crochet, and go ahead and double crochet into that loop that we blocked off, or the 4th loop from the hook, and then go ahead and double crochet once into every loop. Once when we double crochet down our chain, go ahead and chain up 3, flip your work, prepare for a double crochet, and double crochet once into every loop that we have, and at the end it's going to be an increase, and I'll show you how to do that once when we get there. Once we got to the end for our second row, we're going to increase like I said. So we're going to yarn over, do 1 double crochet, and then yarn over again, do another double crochet into the same loop, and then do the last double crochet. And that is our increase. We're going to chain up 1, flip your work, prepare for a double crochet, and then put 1 double crochet into every loop that we have. And then we're going to keep increasing just on one end. So one end is going to be blunt, the other end is going to come up to a slant, and we're going to measure it out, making sure that it is the same amount from this to this. And for me, that's about 9.5 inches. And this is one side of our sleeve. Once when we have our 9.5 inches, I chained up 1 and came back down. Once when it's going to start curving, we're just going to do 1 row of double crochet, no increase, no decrease, no nothing. Once we've done our row of double crochet with no increases, what we're going to do next is start to decrease. So we're going to chain up 1, flip your work, and then on the same side that has all of our increases, we're going to start decreasing. So go ahead and yarn over, insert our hook into the first loop, yarn over, pull through, insert it into the second loop, yarn over, pull through 3, and yarn over, pull through 1. And from here we're going to double crochet once into every loop. Once when we get to the end, chain up 1, come back, and when you come back, decrease again only on this side. And then once when we're done, we're going to have the same amount on both sides. So once when we're done making our sleeve, we're going to go to the blunt end that we have, and then we're going to put 2 single crochet into each of these side double crochet that we have, and then we're going to end it right here. Once we're done doing 1 row of single crochet on the blunt end, we're going to do 1 row of single crochet on the other end as well. So go ahead and grab your hook, insert it into a corner, make a slip knot, slip it onto your hook, chain up 1, and then go ahead and put 2 single crochet in the sides of each double crochet that we have. Now that we've single crocheted once down the side of the sleeve, now we're going to attach it to the body portion, and from here we're just going to lay it flat, and then we're going to open up the sleeve, and then we're going to sandwich these 2 pieces together. So our hook's going to go into the body portion, and then it's going to go into the sleeve, and then we're going to pull through. And from here you're going to keep these 2 pieces sandwiched together, single crocheting once in every loop, going through both pieces that we have until we get to the end. Once we've connected the sleeve to the body portion of the sweater, now we're going to flip it just a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and do 1 single crochet going down the length of the sleeve so we can close it. Now that we've single crocheted once down our sleeve connecting it, now we're going to work on the cuff. So we're going to make a chain that comes out to 2 inches. Once we have our 2 inches, we're going to block off the last chain, chain up 3. Prepare for a double crochet and go ahead and double crochet once into that loop that we blocked off, or the 4th loop from the hook. And then from here, go ahead and double crochet once into every chain that we have. Once we went down our chain with double crochet, now we have to connect it to the sleeve, so we're going to count out 2 loops, 1, 2, go ahead and insert your hook into the 3rd loop, yarn over, pull through with a slip stitch. And from here, we're going to do 2 more slip stitches. Here's 1 and 2. We're going to flip our work. And then we're going to do more double crochets on top of this row. Prepare for a double crochet, and we're going to go into the back loops only, and this will give us the ridging effect that we need for our cuffs. Once we get to the end, we're going to chain up 3, flip our work. Then we're going to do more double crochets once in every loop, going into the back loops only. Once we get to the end, count up 2 loops and slip stitch. And then we're going to keep doing this pattern all the way around. Once we're finished doing this cuff, all we need to do is to close it up. So we're going to take our hook, insert it through the first loop that we have, and then we're going to sandwich them together and then go down the rest of the cuff with single crochet, making sure that your hook goes through both sides. Once we're done connecting our sleeve, we're done with one entire side, so we're going to do this whole sequence one more time and connect it to the other side. Once we have that done, we're going to now work on the bottom border. So from here, we're going to take our hook and insert it anywhere. Go ahead and insert it into one of the loops. Take your yarn, make a slip knot, insert it onto our hook. Then we're going to make a chain that comes out to 3 inches. Once we have our 3 inches, go ahead and block off the last chain. Chain up 3, prepare for a double crochet, and go ahead and insert your hook into that 4th loop from the hook, or the one that we blocked off. And then from here, we're just going to double crochet once into every loop that we have. Once we double crocheted all the way down our chain, we're going to skip 2 loops, and we're going to go into the 3rd one with a slip stitch. So skip 1, 2, go into the 3rd one with a slip stitch. From here, we're going to do 3 more slip stitches. So here's 1. Once we're done doing our slip stitches, we are going to flip our work. We're going to prepare for a double crochet. Go ahead and go into the 1st loop, but only going into the back loops, just like how we did the cuffs for the sleeves. And we're going to keep doing this pattern all the way around. So we just got done putting in the bottom band, and this is what we have. This is still flipped inside out, but this is the bottom band, the body, and the 2 sleeves. And then what we're going to do from here is work on the turtleneck portion. So from here, we're going to take our hook, insert it into a loop, make a slip knot with our yarn, and pull it through and chain 1 to secure. And then from here, we're going to make a chain that's roughly 6 inches. Once we have our chain, we're going to block off the last loop. Go ahead and chain up 3. Prepare for a double crochet into that loop that we blocked off, or the 4th chain from the hook. And then, y'all guessed it, go ahead and put 1 double crochet into every loop going back down. Now that we've double crocheted back all the way down our chain, we're going to do the same pattern that we've done for the bottom band and for the cuffs. But just as a really quick refresher, now that we're all the way down here, we're going to count out 3 loops. 1, 2, 3. Do a slip stitch to secure it. Then we're going to do 3 more slip stitches. From here, we're going to flip our work. Go ahead and double crochet once into every loop that we have, making sure that it's in the back loops only. And keep doing this pattern all the way around. So once when we're done with making the turtleneck, the last thing that we have to do, other than weaving in our ends, is sewing in the leaves. And what I did was found where the sides are of my sleeve and just laid it flat. And from here I placed it and then just went ahead and sewed it on in. Go ahead and use your tapestry needle or your hook, whatever you have, and then I'll meet you once when we have it done. And I just got done sewing on the leaves and weaving in all of our ends, and this is our beautiful finished product. Thank you so much for watching. If you recreate this, be sure to tag me on Twitter and Instagram at TCDDIY, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.